Should there be a legalized curfew for minors?
Let's talk about that. I'm Fernando.
And I'm Eric.
And today we're going to discuss the following.
Alright. A legalized curfew. First off, let's talk about what the time is for this curfew in the first place.
Well, legally, a minor is someone 17 years old
Or younger.
And their curfew is 11 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Now, on Saturday and Sunday, which is Friday going to Saturday and Saturday going to Sunday,
mm-hmm.
it's 12:01 to 6 o'clock a.m.
So it's later on Friday, going to Saturday, going to Sunday.
Because people are usually out later, like with your friends or whatnot. If you go to the mall, watch a movie,
Mm-hmm.
you have enough time to come back.
Okay. All right. So let's say a 16-year-old wants to go to the movies with his friends at let's say he goes at 10 o'clock. Okay? The movie ends 2 hours later. It's 12 o'clock. Should he be penalized for that?
Well, yeah.
Why?
Because he should have known what time the movie was going to be over.
It should calculate what time the movie was going to be over.
It's not his fault.
Mm-hmm.
It's his mom's or dad's fault for letting him out.
Then this brings us back to this. Alright. Let's say your parents tell you not to hang out with a certain friend or to go out late at night. What's gonna happen? What do you think is gonna happen? What do you think the kid's gonna do if that parent tells that little kid not to do something?
He may, depending on what it is, he may or may not do it.
Okay, I believe he will do it. I believe parents should give a kid a little bit of freedom so they don't do anything behind their parents' back in the first place. That's my opinion, though. So, if a kid wants to go watch a movie at 9 o'clock, ends at 11 or 12, I believe he should be penalized because he's not doing anything bad. He's at the movies. It's a public place. I'm not saying this never happens, but like...
Why didn't they just go at 8 o'clock?
8 o'clock?
That's a good time. 8 o'clock, the movie's done at 10 or 11.
Because what if they're busy at 8 o'clock? What if it's a Saturday, they had a soccer game. Soccer game ended at 9 o'clock. They want to go watch a movie at 10. Ends at 12.
Well, that sucks for you. Why'd you choose the movies?
What else are they going to do? They want to go watch the movie with friends. I believe if there was no such thing as curfew, like, you could go out at night without worrying about getting, caught or anything. Because, honestly, there's a curfew right now that's legalized. People are out right now, honestly.
Okay, what day is it? Today is a Thursday. So you think people are out right now at
7:44.
Partying and going crazy right now?
Most likely.
See, that's why we have that, because they don't want the kids out partying, drinking.
Who doesn't want the kids out partying and drinking?
The parents influence the legal system.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's for the people, to the people.
Okay.
Supposedly.
So, I believe that it shouldn't be the government's concerns over the children. I believe it should be the parents' concern. The parents are giving their kid the responsibility of their own to learn from their own mistakes. To go out late at night.
Yeah, but the parents still have to take care of their kids.
Mm-hmm.
And if you as a parent let your kid do whatever he wants, the kid isn't going to be successful.
Not whatever he wants. I mean, you got to put some limits. But like going out late at night, like you can tell your kid all you want not to go out late at night, but he's gonna do it anyways. I mean, honestly, I know I did. My parents told me not to go late at night. What did I do? Open up the window, left.
I never did that. Because I know once I came back through that window, I would not be able to walk.
Why is that? Why is that?
Because they would whoop my ass.
Really?
Yeah. And that's what a parent should do. You know, penalize their kid for the bad that they do so they won't do it again. Now, if you're 18 and you want to go out and party, that's your decision. That's not on your parents. You go to jail for the things you do. But if you're under 18, 17, and under, your parents get the backfall. So your parents should be able to say, no, you can't go out this late.
Mm-hmm.
And the government works...
Wait. So, yeah, yes, you're right. I believe the parents should have the right to tell their kids when to come home. But the government, on the other hand, that's not his problem. It's the parents' problem.
Yeah, but the reason that those laws are up is because the parents wanted it to be up.
Mm-hmm.
The people proclaimed this, so the government gave it to us. There's many things the government doesn't do for us correctly, but this is one of those things that parents were like, okay, we gotta have this curfew for kids, so kids won't be out so late.
Mm-hmm. Then let me ask you this question. Have you, under the age limit, under 17, ever been out late at night, past your curfew?
Not, maybe a couple times.
Okay.
But majority. For the most part,
guys.
For the most part, no. For the most part, it's been with one of my parents or family.
What, your parents or family?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna point this out. I have been out way past curfews many times before, many times, and I can say, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but I'm still here. Nothing has happened.
Yeah, but you know,
they may not be out. I guess it all depends on what city you live in, how big your crime rates are in your part of the city.
So now you're telling me that there shouldn't be
a curfew in cities that don't have high crime rates. But still, I still believe that it's not the government's responsibility to worry about the kids. It's the parents. Whether they want their kids to be going late out at night that late or not.
So the government should just be, so if a 13-year-old boy at night is walking down this road and a cop sees him, a cop shouldn't stop and be like, how old are you? 13. Why aren't you at home?
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
and then what's the kid gonna say? I'm walking to a friend's house.
I'm just walking to my friend's house.
Exactly.
Do you know you're past your curfew? No, sir, I'm unaware.
Mm-hmm.
Then he explains everything, and he either sends him back to his house. I would call his parent and tell him the situation.
But what if the parent says, yes, I gave my son permission to walk to his friend's house because we live about 10 minutes from the block, and we live in the same neighborhood?
Then the parent should get a ticket.
Really?
For not taking care of their kid's property.
I don't know, man. Like that. That's a parent's responsibility.
It is a parent's responsibility, but the parents...
he's not doing anything wrong. What are the kids doing? Nothing. They're not worried about the kids. They're worried about what might happen to the kids.
Exactly.
Okay, but let's say there is no curfew. If something happens, you still have the opportunity to actually call the police or do something.
Wouldn't that be the same thing with buying a gun without an ID?
How?
Why do we need to show an ID?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you worrying about what we might do with the gun instead of just buying the gun?
Instead of buying the gun?
Because we can kill somebody with the gun.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the gun's fault. It's the person's fault.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So the kid can get abducted.
Mm-hmm.
And then he can get abducted. You can't kill somebody with a gun.
What are the chances of him getting abducted? What does that depend on?
just in the circumstance. Like let's say in 2001, 837,055 kids went missing.
And in the whole United States overall, or in the world?
In the whole United States.
Okay.
That's almost 1 million kids. It doesn't tell me how many kids were abducted at night, but there's more of a probability that the kid's gonna be abducted at night because you're not gonna go out at the neighborhood in the middle of the day.
If there was no curfew, what could this kid be doing at night that he's not doing in the daytime already?
You can do anything either way, but as a kid or as a preteen or even a teen, you can hide it better at night, just like the abductions. You have a cigarette, you can hide it better at night than you can during the day. Because you can be smoking in the plain of day, so the cop can stop you and be like, he can arrest you for smoking or give you a ticket, tell you to burn out. What the cop should do is burn out the cigarette and explain to you why you shouldn't be smoking, and then call your parents, not give you a ticket. Maybe after your second offense. But
that's if you're below 18, right?
That's below 18.
Okay.
But, well, of course, because if you're over 18, you can just fucking smoke about that.
All you want.
All you fucking want. But, yeah, I mean, it's harder to hide it at night. Same with predators, and same with rapists. Because, I mean, have you ever been walking down the road at night?
All the time.
Isn't it more eerie than walking through it at day? Don't you feel like somebody's watching you ever at night?
If I'm by myself, yes.
Exactly.
If I'm not by myself, no.
And that's how it is. I mean, during the day, I can walk down my neighborhood up and down as many times as I want, and I don't care. Because if I see somebody coming towards me, I'm going to see that person.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's daytime.
But at night, I can't see that person. And as an adult, I have more strength. I can try to fend them off. But as a kid, as a minor, I have less strength.
And whose fault was it for letting that kid out late at night in the first place?
It was the parents' fault for not following the laws that the congressmen or the senators or the court put as them as parents as well to protect the kids.
All right.
I know you kids should be out there living life, but there's also safety, Like, why can't minors smoke cigarettes? Why are we thinking that you can get cancer while we're living at the now? Because when you're under 18, you still don't know. I mean, you do know, but you're still naive,
Yeah.
That's why when you're younger, you fall in love easier, because you don't know what it is yet. And now when you're 18, you can make your own decisions. You fuck yourself up,
Yeah.
That's why we have those crazies. But anyways, I'm Fernando.
And I'm Eric.
And thanks for watching.